President of the Nunda Historical Society, and very shortly we're going for a nice walk. And it's about water, so this is perfect. This is what we wanted. But before we do our walk, we have something very important to do. And it has to do with the fact that everywhere we go in our village, in our community, in our area, there's histories around us. We're standing in history right now. And it's very nice, it's very important to have these reminders about the history that has shaped our community and our area, has shaped us as a people too. And even though we have things, the foot factory, the government center, our streets, the names of the buildings and things, it's awfully nice to have other reminders of different episodes that make up our local history. And we're very fortunate to have these wonderful murals, which we're going to dedicate today. And I'm going to turn this over to Joan Shoemaker, and she's going to take it and do the dedication.
I'm going to say something first.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. This is Jake Gordon, the mayor of Nunda. I'd like to welcome you here for two things. The heaven's gift to us of water, which we badly need, so I'm not going to complain about it. And also the unveiling of our Greater Nunda Timeline mural. I do want to say that even though it's raining now, maybe it'll let up a little bit later, and there are some things happening at Kiwanis Park and at the Kishwauk Creamery. One of the very important things is we're having Narcan training and free Narcan kits for everybody, every head of family who would like one, at Kiwanis Park this afternoon. Okay, and now I'm going to turn everything over to Joan Shoemaker.
All right. Thank you, Jack and Tom, and welcome everybody. And thank you for coming. And even with the forecast that was as perfect as it was, it came right on schedule, the rain. First, I'd like to give you a little bit of history. In January of last year, 2019, the Nunda community was invited to participate in the Livingston County Inspiration Trail, which was a 90-mile self-guided tour through the 9 villages in the county to observe inspirational works of art. And there were going to be 2 parts to the art displays. One was the permanent displays, such as the murals that we had created over here, and the other are storefront displays that will be available to see. Some are available now. Essentially, the Inspiration Trail was to be launched in May of this year, but with the virus and the pandemic, it was delayed till May of next year, 2021. So essentially, what we have now in July is sort of a soft opening and some dedication ceremonies to recognize what's been accomplished so far, and to allow some of the individual art pieces, the street art, to be seen in some of the villages. And so if you go to the Facebook page, you will see an Inspiration Trail Facebook site where a lot of information is there, and it'll tell you where you can find some of these pieces of art. And I think most of them now are going to be displayed in front of the stores rather than in the stores. So in January 19, we were invited. In February, Louise Wadsworth, who is the chairperson of she's a downtown coordinator of the Livingston County Economic Development Initiative. She came to us and facilitated the forming of our local committee, the Nunda Public Arts Committee. And we put out a wide net inviting anybody who was interested to join us. And we had actually 7 meetings. We did not have a large turnout. We had some meetings that were interrupted by snow in the wintertime. But we had 7 meetings, and we made some progress, and we looked at proposals and approved murals, and we talked about design for benches and sculptures and so forth. And everything was going pretty well, but then what happened is we were lacking artists. And so we went into the summer, and we had a grant that we had managed to get from the Livingston County Economic Development Foundation, and essentially the matching money was there, so we had the funds, but we didn't have artists. And we had 2 murals that had to be done by December. Actually, we had John Gordinier and Don Hooker who came to our rescue in mid-September, and they became our local artists. And we are so thankful, and they are here today. John is here.
Yes.
And Don is here. And they worked very hard to get those first 2 murals done, and they met the deadline in December. And we have to congratulate them for that. And actually, John has also been doing. Okay, well, I don't need to pass them out now. Why don't you? We have thank you cards for a lot of the people here. So those are cards for you two, John and Don.
I will hold on.
Whoops.
I will. Yeah.
Okay, so let's save those. We have 26 people that we have thank you cards for, and they will be distributed, hopefully, not get them wet here before the end of our session. Okay, so we started, and we thank Louise for putting our committee together and for helping us get started. And she's been our advisor all this time. And she was supposed to be here today. I'm not sure where she is, but she's been very, very helpful to us. And so we do thank her for her work. And so we have the 2 artists, and then we also have we have the Nunda Historical Society helping with some of the research. And John Gordinier did the research and the designs for the murals, as well as helped paint with Don. And Don provided the space for where the murals were painted up in his shop up on the square. And so if you haven't stopped there, you should. Nunda Lumber and Modern Home Center also helped with the preparation and some of the materials, the medium that was being used. Once again, Nut Butter provided a grant along with the Livingston County Economic Development, and Jack applied for the grant, and it went through the village of Nunda, and we're very happy and that the support we've had from the board, the village board, not only for that grant that got us started, but for additional grants since then. We started a GoFundMe page, which many of you have probably not seen, but our goal was around $4,600, and so far we've only had 545, so go find us and donate, because we need matching funds to go with the grants that we anticipate that we will have for the 11 murals that we're going to have. So this is just the beginning. So there's going to be 11 historical murals before we're done. And it's going to take a while to do that. So it's not going to be done this year, and we hope to have it done next year, but it may not be done until the following year. And so we have the GoFundMe site, and the GoFundMe site, I must also thank the Trinity Church for being the nonprofit sponsor for that site, so that it's deductible on charities, and Jack for being the financial coordinator of that. And so if you also want to donate directly to the fund, you can contact Jack or contact me, and we can tell you how you can go about doing that. And we also have the Public Art Committee, and the members of the Public Art Committee are John and Don, as well as Rhonda Howard, who's here someplace. I've seen her. And Jack Morgan, and Jackie Morgan, who I think is here, and Alex Pierce, who's running the camera.
Hi.
And Patty Piper, and we have Marilee Walker, who's probably here someplace. Oh, there she is. Okay. She's our town supervisor, and she's been very active and supportive of us. Pam Washington, who you know from the creamery up above, and she's around the corner maybe. And also Isabel Weir, who has been a member of our committee, and Don Wilcox, one of the village trustees, and myself. And we also would like to invite anybody who's interested in joining us. Obviously, we haven't had any recent meetings, but we will be having meetings. They may be virtual meetings, but we are glad to have anyone join us who's interested in this project. And so with that, I would like to to note that we have a lot to do. The mural project is a long time project. It's a permanent project that we have to thank also the Seating Inc. and for their ability to allow us to have the murals on their building. And Doug and Judy Hart, who I'm not sure are here, but they're personally, they have been very helpful to us. And we also, I guess I do need to read, because we have, one of the grants that we received was from the Genesee Valley Council on the Arts, and that has helped us with our project. And there's something I need to read. I just can't thank them. I have to actually say the following, which I hope I can read. The project is made possible with funds from the decentralization program of the REAP program of the New York State Council on the Arts, and support of Governor Andrew M. Cuomo and the New York State Legislature, and administered by the Genesee Valley Council on the Arts. Okay? They are very, very supportive of all things artistic, and we are very happy to have their help with our project. But there's lots more to do. We want to talk about benches, we want to talk about sculptures, and we also have the inspirational trail, again, which will formally open next year. And so between now and then, we have additional things to do, not only for the permanent displays, but also for the storefront sections. Okay? So thank you all for coming again, and I'm hoping it'll stop raining, but I don't know whether that's going to happen or not. So did I miss anything, Jack?
I think you covered everything.
Okay. All right, so thank you again, and dodge the raindrops if you can. And what are we doing about our walk?
Well, I think we're going to be right here. I just looked at my trusty app, and it's going to be raining for the next 3 hours.
We hope you will come and see these wonderful murals by John Gordinier and Don Hooker. And there are more to come. Thank you for watching, and be sure to visit the Nunda Historical Society's website and Facebook page.